All right, I'm here with actor Micah Parker, who played Adrian on The Vampire Diaries, but has been in a number of other projects. He was just on The Flash this past season. When did you first decide you wanted to become an actor and do it as a full-time career?
Well, I started acting when I was really, really young. My dad put me on stage when I was 5 years old, I think was the first time I went on stage. And I kind of did little plays here and there, youth theater, all throughout my adolescent years through high school. But I also played music, so music was always my true passion. And but when I went to college, I auditioned for this. So I went to school and I was going to study music and religion, like religious studies at Liberty University. And I remember sitting at lunch one day in the cafeteria, and I was sitting with some random person that was in the theater department. They said that they were having auditions for West Side Story. And I remember telling my dad at one point when I was super, super young, I was like, man, if I ever got a chance to audition for West Side Story, I would 100%, I would audition for it. I want to be in that show so bad. And so I was like, there it is. Like, I made a promise to my dad years ago, and I have to do it. So I decided to audition for West Side Story at Liberty University in the theater department, and got in the show. And kind of that just pretty much sealed the deal for me. It was like right away I knew it was what I was meant to do, and so I changed my major from religious studies to acting, and pretty much made the decision right there to go into acting, and stayed in school for 2 more years, left, and then eventually made my way to New York, and it's kind of just been going ever since. So yeah.
And who was somebody who inspired you, either since you started or someone that inspired you to actually see it through and get to where you are today?
Well, I would say, I've just had a close group of friends, in particular, just a few friends along my journey that have just kind of pushed me along, and they're doing the same thing, so they're acting in their own way. Like, I have a friend who does a bunch of regional theater. He travels all around the country doing shows here and there. I have friends that are living in LA, friends that are living in New York, that kind of left the school that I was going to do the same thing, and so we all just kept in touch, talk from time to time. And I know it was really just that group of friends that we all bonded together, and we're like, dude, let's do this. And so I don't know, I mean, yeah, those friends, those relationships, those bonds, have taken me through the past few years, really. I mean, obviously, the acting industry and the business, you go from hearing a no to hearing a yes, and then you just, I'm kind of losing my train of thought right now.
You're good.
I don't know. You need somebody to just kind of reassure that you're on the right path. You know what I mean? Because you get told no so many times, and it can be very discouraging. So just having those friends there to kind of push you along is everything. So yeah, my good friend Andy Harvey, I would say, is probably been the biggest one that's pushed me along, I would say. Yeah.
And you ended up on The Vampire Diaries for a few episodes, and then you were on The Flash. What was it like for you to be on shows that had such a hardcore following?
I mean, it was intimidating a little bit, especially Vampire Diaries, because that was my first real legitimate project in film and television. So hopping on The Vampire Diaries and showing up day one and being chained to the floor and breaking the sire bond, it was intimidating, but it kind of enraged me and gave me that fire to just really go full out. It was the same with The Flash. Flash was a new show, but I got in at a good time. They kind of were catching their groove a little bit. It was halfway through the season, so I hopped onto it. It's a really good crew, and they kind of just being a guest star on a show, you're a guest,
Right.
You know, so you literally show up, and hopefully the cast either ushers you in and they kind of like support you, or you're kind of this outsider. I was fortunate enough to show up on 2 different shows, Vampire Diaries and The Flash, where there was a cast that kind of just like they held you up and they supported you and kind of carried me through. So I was very fortunate in that aspect with the shows that I got on. So.
Cool. And you recently won the Hollywood Reel Independent Film Festival Emerging Actor Spotlight
Yes.
Award, which is a mouthful, but quite an honor.
Yeah.
That was for your role in Wait, right?
Yes.
What was that experience like, winning such an award like that?
You know, it was pretty. I don't know. I hate to like to say, oh man, it was so good to get recognized or anything like that. But you know, like I said, as an actor, we have these little insecurities, you know, where we need to be told, hey, you're doing a good job, you know, constantly. So getting an award like that just kind of reassured that, okay, we're on the right path here, you know, we're doing what we're supposed to do, or, you know what I mean. Also, I won that. One thing you might not know is I won that award with my director. He also won a directing spotlight award.
Okay.
So being able to go up on stage and accept the award alongside him just made it all the better, you know. Because it was that project in itself was it was a passion project. It was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And so to stand up there with the guy that led you through it, and we're both accepting awards together, just, you know, it was a pretty, it was humbling, but it was also, you know, that enraging and rejuvenating experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And finally, we're here at a fan convention thrown by Creation, and what's it like to come out to something like this and just be surrounded by people that are here solely to see you and just not praise you, but, you know, just tell you how much they've enjoyed your work and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, people, they come through like the photo ops line or autographs, and they're like, you're doing such a great job, like, thank you so much. And my only response is ever like no, thank you, like, because without you I wouldn't be here. You know, that's the honest truth, you know. So we literally we're the luckiest guys in the world. We come here and we hang out for a weekend with cool people, and I'd say that's a gift in itself, just to I don't know, do that for a living, to just be around people and to be yourself and just share yourself with others and get to know others. I don't know, it's a pretty awesome thing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sitting down with me, Mike. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.